house. Like, how does he treat people? Does he welcome people into his home? I want to see that he's a hard worker. I want to see that he is very focused. He takes care of himself. He takes care of those around him, because I think that men are supposed to take care of and provide and protect. So I want to see that. Making sure that, like, when we're out and about, that, like, I'm being respected by others that are around. Like, he's making sure that I'm, like, safe.
Can you give an example of that? Because I know that's something a lot of guys they don't know if they should, like, overreact in situations or not do anything. So, like, what's an example of something that would happen when you're out and about?
So if I went out with my man, I guess whether we were in, like, a normal casual situation, or if we went to, like, a restaurant, or we went to a club or something together, if, you know, men were trying to approach me and talk to me, him to kind of step in and be like, hey, she's okay, she's with me, and, like, that be that. Like, I don't want to have to be the one that says, like, no, I'm okay, like, I'm with my man, stop talking to me. And because a lot of times men, I feel like they don't, even when you say, like, I'm here with my boyfriend, or I'm here with my husband, whatever, like, they don't care. Because there's been times that people have approached me that are creepy and weird, and I tell them I'm married. Because then in my head, I'm like, okay, well, maybe they'll walk away, but they still keep going sometimes, you know? So for me to not be the one that has to speak up in that situation, for him to automatically set that boundary and be like, no, this is my woman, like, okay, she's okay. So I guess those things, just knowing that it's someone, also making me feel like, you know, like, safe, someone that I can go to with, you know, my problems. If I'm sad, if I'm scared, if I'm stressed, like, I want to be able to go to him with my problems, and him help me find an answer and solve it, or just, like, give me a hug or a shoulder to cry on, like, not being there for me.
Yeah, she wants to live like a leader, I guess.
Yeah.
She wants to feel safe.
Yeah.
Someone in charge.
Yeah.
By the way, we got in the building. LBG.
Long Beach Griffey announced, he goes, she's right, all these women are right. All right.
The women are always right.
And he was saying before, women are never wrong, and he was saying before, women are the prize.
Long Beach, shout out to you, bro.
Shout out to Long Beach Griffey. What about you?
Sure.
What would it take for you to submit to a man?
So the type of woman that I am, I love to spoil my men, and I love to show them, like, you know, like, acts of service, physical touch, and stuff like that. So I would love that energy reciprocated. Like, I need somebody that's willing to go on my little crazy adventures, yet still give me my freedom. So somebody that's willing, you know, that's down, that's, you know, my partner in crime / you know.
I'm curious.
You know, my partner.
What is your
we
freedom?
don't know. What are you talking about?
Like, allow me to, you know, if I want to just book a flight somewhere, allow me my space to do that, or be with my family, or
wait.
just like,
flight somewhere?
no, yeah, I'm a solo traveler. I like to travel by myself, and, you know, with my friends. No, but really, like, somebody that's gonna be down to do whatever, like,
Sure to be down, alright.
supportive.
Supportive, alright. You like China?
I've never been to China. I would
Red flag parade. Legit.
Really? Have you been?
No, I'm talking shit.
Oh.
But,
so for you to submit, you would have to give you freedom. Is that what it is?
Yeah, you know, personal space to still do me and still, like, be myself. You know, I don't want to sacrifice my freedom 100%. I still want time for me, you know, self-care, self-love, like, things that I do. You know, things that I do before my relationship, I still want to be able to have that, yet still get that respect.
So you want to still be able to behave like you're single even though you're not?
Not exactly, because I know the boundaries and I respect, you know, the relationship that we have.
But wouldn't it be fair to
rules.
say that traveling alone is single girl behavior?
Not necessarily. I'm not going to meet up with nobody, you know. If you look on my page, if you look on my Instagram, you can see I went to Dubai.
How come you wouldn't want to travel with your guy then?
I would love to, absolutely. That's why I say I need somebody that's willing to go on my little crazy adventures.
It sounded like you wanted to travel on your own.
I do that too.
And you wanted your guy to let you travel on your own.
I mean, sure, why not?
But can you admit, when you travel alone, things do happen. Either, for example, people might take you around, or, like, you know, you get drunk one night and then you fall into some dick.
No, absolutely not.
No?
No, I'm not interested in, you know.
I think you think a lot more. Okay, I can't speak for anyone. A lot of girls do, but I've never, ever I went on a trip anywhere, even before I moved to Miami. All the times I came to Miami and hooked up with a random person, ever.
That might be you, but I don't know.
But that might be her too.
Or her. Again, we live in Miami.
This is true. That's why I said I can't speak for everyone here.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I said I can't speak for everyone, but I just not.
I don't know. I just took a trip by myself to, like, Los Angeles, and I went to like,
But you're single now.
well, yeah, but
But that's a huge
still.
difference. Is what we're talking about.
But like, I don't know. I left, and then I went to like clubs and stuff, and then like I just talked to other girls there, and like kind of like made friends with them. And then I would kind of, by the end of the night, I wasn't alone, but I was like with another girl, just like getting drunk. So I wasn't like finding a hooker.
One time I did a solo trip to Miami and I talked to no one. I didn't even leave my hotel.
It was
Like,
really
at all.
fun. Let me tell you about it though. So when I went on my solo trip, like I literally was the only, of course, black women around. Like, anyway, so I met these girls and they were all from London. So what happened was I ended up going to Dubai and it was really, really fun.
By yourself?
I did. And I met these beautiful women at Cove Beach, right? And I was just sitting with my hookah. We all hooked up, like, you know, talk shit a little bit. And I ended up going to London and hanging out with them again. So I kind of built that bond a little bit. So it was kind of cool, and we like real tight. So, you know,
really
it's a beautiful experience.
See, that's what I mean. Like, you don't meet just guys, you meet like,
Yeah.
girls too.
Yeah, but that's single behavior. That's not. It's a bit odd. I don't understand why.
I mean,
if
I'm
you're
not
gonna
doing
travel-
anything inappropriate. It's just, you know.
What
No,
makes it
I
odd?
totally, I get where you go. I get where you're coming from.
I'd be concerned if my girl's like, I just want to take a trip by myself.
I wouldn't want to if I was in a relationship.
Okay, to his point though, if your man was not cool with it, would that stop you?
It just depends. I mean, I definitely ask how he felt about it and if he wanted to come, but I just wouldn't just leave him if he felt insecure about it, or you
Insecure?
know, yeah, like if you can't allow me to do what I want to do, it's just because.
So if you can't do what you want to do, that means your guy's insecure.
I mean, it could
boundaries-
be from insecurity, yeah, or trust issues. But if you don't trust me, why are we together?
Typical argument.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about this whole scenario here, right? Those same things that you want to do alone, just do it with him.
Absolutely, I'm down for it.
So then why go alone?
But what if he doesn't
I don't
want
have
to go?
to. But you know, I'm currently single, like I said. So when I went to Dubai, I was single. You know.
Porta potty. Okay, cool.
All right, we keep moving. Keep moving.
What about you? The question is,
Okay.
when and how would you submit to your man, or why would you submit to your man?
I mean, the men love God more than a woman. Then is the perfect man. Then I can submit.
So if he loves God, you're gonna submit to him.
Yeah, because it is for sure he's gonna be a good man because he obeys
He's guided
to-
by God.
Yeah. So
Well,
for sure.
I mean, there's a bunch of losers that love God. Are
I'm
you
about to
gonna
say.
submit to that guy that
No,
loves
no,
God?
the guy no believes in God. The guy love the man love God
Mhm.
more than a woman.
How does
no.
how do you
How would
how do
you
you
know?
judge that? Yeah, yeah. How do you know?
¿Cómo tú sabes?
¿Cómo tú sabes?
Yeah, because yeah, the man you can see if a man love more God than you because he's a very good person. He is obey every
So a man who has like religious
principles
values.
from men. Yeah, the values.
Okay.
So what if y'all don't have like the same perspective on religion or spirituality? Like, how does that work for you?
She's asking if he's Muslim and you're Christian. How does that work? Make sense or no?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I'm Christian.
But what if he's Muslim?
Y si eres de otra religión, like, que
Si los dos son diferentes religiones, ¿cómo tú sabes?
Comprende?
Yeah, I comprendo.
Eso te
I don't
está
think it'll work.
preguntando.
Yeah, I mean,
que si funcionaría esa relación tú siendo cristiana y él siendo de otra
Ah.
religión.
I think it's not working. Yeah, because you have to be in the same spirit. So if
Okay.
you are in another,
God is only one,
Yeah,
so it
so
doesn't
it won't
matter.
not for spirituality. For
There's a lot of differences
Yeah.
when you go
it's
between.
different, and
I've seen-
it's not the same for everybody.
And
Yeah.
faith is something that people can argue about like regularly if they're not on the same page.
Yeah, exactly. I have two friends. One was Muslim and one was Christian, and they couldn't, like, they wanted to get married and they wouldn't because it wouldn't work because each one wanted to raise their kids in their own religion, like, and it just becomes an issue. So it's something that if you can't agree with it or be okay with it on the
Yeah,
same
it's very
page.
hard because my husband, he don't believe in God, and I very.
How does that work?
spirituality.
Oh my
So-
I'm confused.
Wait, this is the most important thing to you.
Yeah, I said, but it's not in my case. But you
Bruh.
asked me.
Bruh,
Look at my
right.
respect.
So you think that
So it's
that
very hard for me. It's very hard to be on that.
But it's
because
been 15 years, right?
Yeah, but I met like spirituality 7 years ago. So before we are same. But then I find spirituality and then I start going to church, everything. And yeah, he respect everything, but he don't like too much. I'm happy with that.
So that's like new for you then, is that having that value? It wasn't always like that for you.
It's my dream. My husband also came, but it's not.
It's not for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I feel like
merch.
I can't. It's very hard for me to submit to a man. I'm very picky. I like my man to be very family oriented. Travels. I don't know. I don't know what will make me submit to a man.
So have you submitted to, have you had a boyfriend in the past that you've submitted to?
I have, yeah, for about a year and a
She's
couple.
doing her thing the whole time.
But you were in a relationship with them, but
Right.
you're following his lead.
Nah.
How would you know that?
I can just tell, man.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican is the trouble, bro.
Yeah, you had a Puerto Rican.
No comment.
So you just were with him just to be with him, I guess?
I'm talking about
No, I mean we had our differences. We had our good times and our bad times, but
with the amount of
Do you want to be in a relationship where you follow
I do
man's lead,
not.
or is that's not your ideal relationship?
I don't. I do like for him to take initiative and you know make the plans, and I'll just go along with it, but not me make all the plans.
So basically, your last thing you were in charge, making plans for him?
Fuck no, never.
Like you don't want him to tell you what to do.
Exactly. I don't like being demanding.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm confused too, man.
What she wants is for him to plan the dates and plan the trips and what they're gonna eat for dinner and
but
those
nothing
things.
else.
But she doesn't want him to say, no, I don't like you wear that. No, I don't want you going
No,
on a
he
girls'
can have
night.
his opinions. I feel
But
like
will you listen to it? You won't
at
agree
times,
with it.
at times I would. It all depends. I don't know. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm very indecisive. You don't get. Oh man, I do listen, but
trying to get out.
You are chaos. Anyhow.
yeah, I am chaos. I'm Puerto Rican.
Yo,
Can
I
you
hope
tell?
you guys see like the panel here. They all gave contradictory answers. Like they say one thing but then do another. They say they want this but then they do another. This is why you need to be the leader in a relationship. Like women literally live in chaos. They don't know what the fuck is going on. A lot of them, only women have the privilege of being stupid. And to be honest, a lot of them are dumb and don't make sense. No offense, ladies. Y'all said a lot of stupid shit earlier. Like for example, you said being vulnerable and being emotionally available and showing his issues, his shortcomings. Bro, women, like if a guy's supposed to be the one that's the leader in a relationship, he's supposed to be the one leading you. You're depending on this guy for security. Him showing you his shortcomings and being vulnerable is the worst thing they can do. That's 100% counterproductive to gaining your respect. You said that you can't submit to a man because of your baby daddy, which is crazy. I want to be able to take trips and be free even though I'm in a relationship. What the fuck is that? And then I want a guy that believes in God, but your guy's an atheist. What the fuck is going on? And then I want her to be able to make decisions and stuff, but like not tell me what to do. Like, what? Or he can have his opinion.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
yeah, bro.
Yo,
My brain hurts.
are literally retarded. Oh my god. Like, god damn.
Listen, we're undecisive.
Like,
we're
see,
very
you
undecisive.
cannot make it through life as a man, like being a moron like that. No offense, but like, but women could go all day, contradict themselves, don't make sense. We will say one thing, do another. As a guy, you'll never be able to make it.
So imagine following their program.
Bro, this is why I tell you, you cannot let women lead shit. They don't even know what they want in a guy, even to eat, bro.
Oh no, who has to make the decisions?
What the hell?
Listen, as soon as I smoke my joint, we don't know what to
If
eat.
we're
Don't
eating
worry
at
about
home,
it.
I will make the decision.
Exactly.
Unless you want something
Your guys'
specific.
answers has me stressed. I'm losing hair. I'm like,
No,
what
man.
the fuck?
Actions speak louder than words, right? Actions speak louder than words. Yeah.
Bro, holy. All right, you got another one, man? Sorry.
I got another quick one.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So the last part we went over a lot of red flags of women. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious for them. What's their biggest red flag in a guy?
Very good question. We'll start with Puerto Rico.
What is my biggest red flag?
You're the first one that comes to mind. There's one red flag in a guy.
Friendly.
Too friendly?
Too friendly, yeah. Like she said, I would like to be like different. I would like to get treated different than any other.
Also
random.
hostile to other people, but friendly to you. Oh.
Like if that's my man, yes.
What's
If
the-
that's
what's
my
the-
man, yes.
What's the red flag?
If it's too friendly, if it's too nice.
I mean, I'm
Other girls, I guess?
assuming. Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Too nice to
Like,
other girls?
so, you're right.
He's very like friendly with other girls.
Okay.
Right, I don't like friendly people. Friendly guys, just friends.
Even though you are, which is very hilarious. But
No.
You're very
No,
friendly.
I'm
Mike,
single. I could be.
I'm confused, man. Okay, cool. What about you?
Bro. I thought it was a simple question.
Yeah, it was.
I tried to dumb down the second question.
So the question is, what is a red flag? Rojo. What's the flag?
Rojo. Yes.
Rojo
Una bandera roja. Bandera.
flag in a man.
Jealous when he's jealous.
Jealous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, jealous.
What about you?
I say bad hygiene.
Could you define that for us? What is bad hygiene?
Like, if you, first of all, if you're ugly and you got on this,
Sorry for
Quiz.
hold on,
I know it's fucking
hold on, wait a minute. First of all, just recently I seen a guy, whatever, he walked past me. He smelled really good, but his face didn't match the cologne that he was wearing.
Damn,
So. Dude, I was immediately turned off. I was like, like you smell real good, but your face don't match the cologne. Like,
What does that mean?
that means if you look good and you smell good, it's a green flag. But if you ugly and you smell good, it's like, I don't know.
Her red
like-
flag is ugly guys.
So yeah,
No,
so her red
bad
flag
hygiene for me.
So her red flags if they're ugly.
Ugly and they smell bad. It's a big red flag.
Okay.
I would say my biggest red flag in a guy is
So let me get this straight. You're not supposed to be
overly
so if you're ugly,
emotional or too nice. Like,
So wait. Let me get this straight. So if you're ugly, you're supposed to smell bad and be ugly. But if you look good and smell good, that's a good thing. That shit's stupid. That is the most dumbest thing what the fuck? That shit is wild to me. That shit is wild. That is the most wow. I can't even think of what to say to that, man. Like that shit is wild. Excuse me, y'all. I'm adjusting shit. Technical shit's going on. So I'm adjusting shit. Cause yeah, man, that shit is wild to me. So you gotta. So if you're ugly, you gotta smell bad. And that'll be what? So I guess by that logic, that'll be a green flag. Oh, cause that shit. Like I'll rewind it back, cause I know I'm not crazy. I'll rewind the shit back, so y'all can see what the fuck they said. Like that shit's wild to me. It's fucking crazy. I just want to make sure that I'm paying attention and I'm not wilding, cause that's wild to me. Yeah, man, that shit's wild to me. What the fuck? Like, yo. Like, that shit is wild. Like, okay. So let me rewind this right back, right?
I
was immediately a guy, and you got
Oh, jealous.
What about you?
I say bad hygiene.
Could you define that for us? What is bad hygiene?
Like,
So listen to this. Listen.
if you, first of all, if you're ugly and you got on this,
Sorry for
hold on,
I know it's fucking
hold on, wait.
So if you're ugly,
First of all, just recently I seen a guy, whatever, walk past me. He smelled really good, but his
okay. So just recently, a guy walked past her and he smelled really good. All right. Keep keep that in mind. Okay, keep that in mind. All right.
Face didn't match the cologne that he was wearing.
His face didn't match the cologne he was wearing. Okay.
So dude, I was immediately turned off. I was like,
Immediately turned off. All right. Keep it. I want to make sure the logic consistent here. Like I'm not tripping. So I want to make sure I'm not tripping.
like you smell real good, but your face don't match the cologne.
You smell real good, but your face don't match the cologne. Okay.
Like
What does that mean?
that means if you look good and you smell good, it's a green flag.
Okay. So by that logic, if you ugly and you smell bad, that's a green flag. Or does that mean if you ugly and smell bad, that's a red flag, and if you ugly and smell good, that's a red flag? So that means you lose, period. Let's see.
But if you ugly and you smell good, it's like, I don't know.
Her red flag is ugly guys.
So yeah, so her red flag is
for me.
So her red flags if they're ugly.
They're ugly and they smell bad.
So it's a red flag if they're ugly, period, which is fucked up. But anyway, all right, this bitch here.
That is a big red flag.
Okay.
Okay. For you?
I would say my biggest red flag in a guy is overly emotional or too nice. Like, I don't want
So
that
like
stuff.
lack of emotional control. Like he
Like, I don't want you to be like-
he doesn't stay calm.
If you're a crybaby, that's disgusting. If you whine or complain, it's disgusting. Or if they get like overly angry and show that they're overly angry and like are like
So
throwing
you can't
stuff or
win.
punch the wall, like you have like
So
anger
essentially you can't
issues,
win.
like
That's all
you have no
that's saying.
control of your emotions.
That's all she's saying. That
Mature.
you can't win.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Okay.
Toxic or controlling?
What is toxic?
Either or.
Define toxic.
Like your baby daddy?
That's not matching.
Oh, or if they don't have a job.
I think controlling.
What does controlling mean to you?
When like you can't be yourself, like you have to. I don't know. I would like to be in a relationship that I could be myself. You know, like a guy that tries to control you, your every move, every second, doesn't trust you. That's a huge red flag to me.
I would argue he cares about you a lot because he wants to make sure that you're good. And for the most part, if he's gonna want, for example, let's say you were something crazy, like more sexy, more like I guess like more sexual, you go aside. What's gonna happen?
First of all, if I'm with a man, I'm not gonna do that because I have to respect you.
All right, so define controlling then.
Yeah, give us an example.
Okay.
Because women throw that term around all the time and don't even know what it means.
Like
right now.
okay, listen. For example, I don't know. Like let's say, look, for my birthday, we went on a yacht.
You can't make this up, bro.
For my birthday, we went on a yacht, and then it's my birthday. Like obviously, I want to get drunk. It's my birthday. I want to celebrate. No, you can't dance. You gotta sit there. What the fuck? What did I get on the yacht for? Why am I here with my friends?
Is he there?
Of course.
So he doesn't want you dancing
On your
With my
on
friends,
your birthday
that are
with your
girls.
It's kind of weird.
That's kind of
Yeah, it's the odd one.
Yes, no, I wasn't allowed to do anything. I can't talk to a guy. I got in trouble
Wait,
and
you
yelled
can't-
at
what
because I was
guy-
talking to a guy. That was with his girlfriend there. And we were talking about food.
What's the matter?
So what?
Let's go.
I mean, what
doesn't
kind of
matter
dancing? Are
what
we
his
talking about like twerking and shit like that?
No.
Is that, you know, girls when they dance with their friends, they want to twerk and do
No, I
crazy
don't
shit.
do that. That looks dirty.
So
What?
See, but on a
I
boat,
grind with my friends.
But shout out to Frank.
That is twerking.
Yeah.
Grinding on
they were
your
doing ballet.
Even worse.
In the boat.
Jerky ballet.
They was
Right.
dance.
Okay.
No, I don't like twerking. I'm not a
Alright.
stripper.
So he didn't want you dancing with your friends and potentially embarrassing yourself if it gets clipped. Okay, fair enough. That's
Yeah.
controlling. All right. Anything else? Fair enough.
It's a toxic. You could go to her.
What define toxic? Because that's another term that girls throw around all the time.
Everything in Miami is toxic.
Oh God.
Bruh.
I want 2 hours sleep.
We can't tell. All right. Well, what about you?
Okay. So do I have to narrow it down to one? I can name like a few things, right? Okay, so disrespecting his mom. Any man who is disrespectful to his mom, I cut to 25 years later. That's gonna be me. So I'm good. The way that he treats people in general, you know, like janitorial staff, wait staff, anybody that he doesn't like really need, like the way that he addresses those people. And then if he treats them poorly, that's a red flag. If he leads a dishonest lifestyle, like if he's a scammer and like he's like scamming people out of their money, getting money from them, and then like turning around and like he's fine, and then if that something happens to that person, like he doesn't care about it, also cuts into like the way that he treats people. Yeah, that stuff is a red flag to me.
Would you say leaving a nice tip is care for people as well?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I find that to be a green flag.
Okay.
Thank you for being specific.
Finally, what about you, Miss Italy, right?
Yes, Italy. For me, when he's toxic too, and when he love money more than you.
Toxic and loves money.
No, when he's love money more than the people. Or you.
Okay,
So when he cares more for money than you.
Okay. I mean,
It's like there is no humanity. It's like if you get sick, for example, and you need to go to the hospital, you have to pay your bills. Like
He has money.
you need money. No, maybe they don't give you money to pay the bills, and
So being broke?
not being broke.
Like he's stingy with his money. He doesn't want to share it with you. Or
Sorry?
Like he's stingy with his money and doesn't want to share it with you. Because I'm confused with your point.
There is I met a few people, like a guy, like the woman needs to see the doctor, and there was some bills to pay, like not too much, but he preferred don't pay the bills to bring her to the doctor.
So he's cheap. He just doesn't want to spend money on things that money should be spent on.
Sorry?
Like he doesn't want to spend money.
Don't want to spend.
Que prefiere quedarse el dinero que dárselo.
No, yes, for important thing.
oh, okay. So she's saying.
For your health, like this means he love you.
Oh, it's a green.
So she's saying in a nutshell that he's making money a priority when it comes to your well-being. He doesn't care about you.
Yeah, I think your needs, you know, it's not like for a bag.
That makes sense, like over health.
So her thing is just a cheapskate is what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
It's not about he cares about money too much. It's that he's a cheapskate and won't spend money on things that are important.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's the other thing? You said toxic?
Yes.
What do you mean by toxic?
Don't give you like a space, or yes, control you all the time. And I had a bad experience about that, and this history, these studies, and in the police.
Control. How did he control? How?
Like where are you going?
Don't go there. Stay home.
Don't go there. Yes. Why you wearing this dress or something
Do you
like
think
that?
that's controlling though?
Or call you all the time.
Where you at,
50
bitch?
times a day.
Do you think that's controlling or a man that cares about you?
No, controlling. Like cares about you. Yes, you can call me like 2 times a day. Like this is like care about me, but not 50 times.
I guess it could be two sides, because I don't mind if someone calls me all the time. Like I enjoy that.
I will say, like, as a woman, I'm hearing all the like I want space from my man is a little mind-boggling and confusing to me, and I'll say that because like all I want is their undivided time and attention, and I know when they're a busy person I can't have that, and that's very hard for me because all I want to do is be with them 24/7.
Yeah, that's
like
why
I'm not a single type like
space
that.
like I want to be able to like have our own lives and whatever. You want to go out with your friends and enjoy yourself with your friends, like that's cool, whatever. But like I want you to come home and crawl in bed with me, and I want to be there, and I want to like cook for you. Like if you're asking me where I'm going because I'm leaving and like what I'm doing, and you don't want me to leave and you want me there with you, like I want to stay inside.
Stop the cat. All right.
No, shut up, Chris. You know that's true.
So so for you, it's being cheap and toxic, as in like they bother you too much. They call you 50 times a day or whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
I think there is
Alright.
the balance. Have to
Okay.
be a balance.
Don't call you a lot. That's fine. That's fine. But I disagree with you on like, you know, dressing a certain way. I think if a woman is with a man, she shouldn't be dressing provocatively unless that man is there. and she shouldn't be going to nightclubs or going to places where alcohol is served and there's a bunch of men trying to talk to her without him there.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think a woman should be going to clubs or bars or any of these places without her man.
Or traveling.
Is that, you disagree?
Or traveling alone.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with traveling alone if you're
Oh,
single.
right.
Like,
You have to trust your woman.
yes.
Like if you don't trust your woman, it's cannot be a relationship. Like,
Okay, but would you
it's not
trust
a
your
relationship.
man if he goes alone on the trip?
Yes, I do, because if I don't trust him, I cannot stay with him. Because it's not good. I'm not happy. Like worry all the time about where he go, like who is with him. No, it's not like a healthy relationship for me.
What's worse, if a man cheats or if a woman cheats?
Both.
Woman.
Which one is worse for the relationship? I'm asking her. You have to pick one.
I think when the man cheating, usually he stay with a woman. He's like just for have fun. When the woman cheating is more dangerous because much of the time he leave the man and go with the
Okay.
lover.
So cheating for women is worse, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So bars, nightclubs, isn't it easier for women to cheat?
No,
You don't think it's easier for women to cheat
no,
than men?
because if somebody wanna cheat a partner, he can go to the supermarket. He can go out like 5 minutes
The
and he can
supermarket
cheat.
cheating, bro.
It's a really good place to pick up women, actually.
He can find
You can go on a
somebody
fresh
Let's say,
everywhere.
hold on. Let's say you and your husband went to a nightclub. Who do you think is going to have an easier time meeting the opposite gender?
woman, of course.
So it's easier for you to cheat, right?
Yeah, I have more opportunity
Exactly.
to cheat
Yes.
if I want.
So that means it's easier, right?
Yes, but
So since it's easier for you to cheat, doesn't that mean that you have to work a little bit harder to avoid cheating? Since it's so much easier for you to cheat? It's just common logic.
Do you
I
want
don't
the
know, cause like.
no, I agree because it's not. I have more opportunity, but I grow up like I don't feel I need to cheat my man. Like I can have like 100 men under me, but
Wait,
I
you did?
love him.
100 men.
I love him, so I don't have this temptation to cheating him. Like I don't see that. I don't see the other men. I see just my partner, my husband.
But that's when you're in love with a person.
Yeah.
When a
If
woman
I-
is in love with somebody, they don't look at another person.
Yes.
That's
If
right.
I
I think
feel,
the chat sees what I'm seeing.
if
No,
I feel
yeah,
sad-
I
Yeah, but
do
if
see
you're,
where he's where.
But see, I get what you're saying because if a woman loves a man, she doesn't want to cheat. However, she also would say, you know what, this environment is not healthy for me to be in. So
Yeah.
as a result, if I love my man, I don't want to be here.
Well,
Yeah.
for a man, it's a red flag if his girl wants to go out to bars and clubs without him, because what's the motivation there? Like, why is it? Like, how come?
Yeah.
Why is it happening?
I think like stay with a person doesn't mean like just him exists. Like you have to have friends because
Yeah.
it's gonna be a toxic relationship. You have to have your space,
No.
your
You
passion.
can have
like
friends, but you don't have to go out to nightclubs.
Yeah,
and
friends
do
are
things.
important, like
But
100%.
like
But
if you're a person like you
Why
don't
don't you stay in the house and
cheat,
drink
your
wine?
partner,
Why-
you can go
why don't you
everywhere.
guys stay in the
don't
house and drink
cheat.
wine?
you can wine and canvas, go to
Yeah.
dinner. You can
Coffee.
do.
What if you go out
Yeah,
with all of your
coffee
friends that are also
dates.
in relationships or married? Like you want to go out with your friends, you know,
Like-
and they're all in relationships or married. You know, it's like, oh, let's go out. You know, let's link up or whatever, or go on a date, like a double date. or
Yeah,
triple
where
date,
like your husbands all go to. Like I don't know. I don't want to be in a club without my.
yeah.
But if I'm in a relationship, I don't want to be in a club without them. Also because like I said, when people are coming up to you, like you can say I have a boyfriend or I'm married or whatever all you want, but people are, as women, gonna repetitively come and hit on us and try to take us home and bother us and like saying no all night. Like then it just becomes annoying, and then my night is ruined and bothered because I'm not having a good time. I'm telling people to get away from me. Yeah, like it's just that's not enjoyable. I don't know.
Interesting. All right, so you still want to be able to go to the club and dress however you want with your man there or not?
It's not a dress, it's not a club, it's a person. Like you decide to cheat somebody, it's not because I'm in the club, so I cheat somebody.
So you're saying
no.
as an individual, you decide what you
Yes,
want to do.
it's your values.
But once again, the environment, it's not healthy. No?
I
you don't
understand,
think so?
sorry.
What's
Can you
unhealthy
repeat
about the environment?
I'm saying,
Like,
for
What
example,
is environment?
Go ahead.
Como el
ambiente.
ambiente del.
Temptation.
El sitio,
All around.
Ajá.
el lugar.
Okay, I work like a model in Italy.
Oh,
for,
you're a model?
In Italy, I was a model.
You been in both?
No.
Then you're not a model. But
No professional, like no high level model, but it was.
When you were a model, how long were you a model for? From what ages? What age were you a model?
Like 22 years old until I came here, like 31 years old.
A while ago.
That was a long time ago.
Okay, so 22 to 31, and then you met your husband when you were how old? Were you when you met him?
No, I was here, but I was in a relationship when I was in Italy. I was a model, and when you are a model, you met a lot of people.
No, I know,
a lot
I know.
Men, but I never checked my.
But I'm saying, when did you meet your husband that you have now? When did you meet him?
2017.
Okay, so you met him when you were like 31?
6 years ago.
Okay, all right. So you met him at 31, and then before him, did you have like another boyfriend? You
I
said
had a boyfriend in Italy
Before?
before I came here.
before.
Yes.
And why didn't that work out with your boyfriend?
Because it was a long relationship. Like we live in a different city,
Mm,
and I want
okay.
left Italy.
Yeah.
I didn't want to live in Italy anymore, and he wants to stay in Italy. So we didn't have the same plan for the future.
Okay. Was he a model too, or
No, I was an engineer.
okay? From 22 to you were with him from 22 to 31.
No, no, I had 22 to 28.
Okay. All right. Very interesting.
very.
Okay. All right. So you don't want nobody to tell you what to do.
No.
Fair enough. I see what's
We
going
see
on
a pattern here.
Yeah, I see the pattern here. That's fine. And what about you? What is a red flag for you for men?
I guess like a guy that just follows like a lot of women on like social media and he's just like always liking their pictures and stuff. Like I think that's a red flag. Yeah, that's a red flag for me. Just like liking a bunch of pictures and like I think that's what falls under the umbrella of friendly. But I feel like that's friendly like with women, you know, like you gotta like hold like your girlfriend at a different standard and like I don't know, show them a different type of love. Yeah, and, like I just don't think it's cool because you kind of like put your girlfriend like you embarrass her by doing that, by liking all these pictures and following all these girls because it's like, oh, like he doesn't care about her. But
Vice versa, though.
Yeah.
Guys, if you do the same thing, vice versa. Guys, if you be liking guys' pictures, they're gonna be on your ass too. Like,
Yeah,
why are
yeah.
you liking these niggas' pictures? Like, but yeah,
You can't, because that makes you a hoe.
exactly.
big
But
facts.
we have a title, but you guys could do it,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
what
guys
about
don't have a
guys, huh?
title.
A man fucking a bunch of bitches is not the same as a woman fucking a bunch of dudes. Not even close.
Okay, but one thing
There's,
is liking,
like,
another
bro,
thing is
like-
fucking.
Huh?
One thing is liking, and another thing is fucking.
Yeah, but any type of behavior done by a woman that could lead to fucking is unacceptable, especially if you have a man. Whether that's going to the club, like,
That's
it's crazy to me
agreeable.
how like, one thing
But if
about your
women
guys'
have-
answers that I've noticed is like, toxic, controlling, calling me or whatever there may be. Like, women gotta understand that if you're gonna be in a relationship with a man and that man has any set of balls or a backbone, he's gonna have standards and regulations and boundaries. So, if you want to behave like you're single, then be single. But it's very disrespectful to the man that you behave like you're single when you have a man. Going to the club, dressing provocatively on the internet, dressing provocatively when he's not there, wanting to go out in social situations, drinking with other people that isn't him. Like, I find it crazy how girls want to be able to have a man at home, but be able to reserve the right to still do all the things that make them look like they're single.
But what if I'm
Miami.
not doing that and he's doing that then? Like,
Men and women aren't the same. Too bad.
but like, what do you mean?
Too bad.
That makes no
Like,
sense.
yeah, that
Yeah.
doesn't.
So
Because,
you have the
look,
freedom and we don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Myron.
Yeah.
Cause like
What?
Yeah.
So what made you fall in love with me in the first place? If you know, like,
By you not being a whore.
Can I ask the question?
Yeah.
Men and women are not the same. Like, a guy that can attract a bunch of chicks or a dude that fucks a bunch of girls is attractive. A girl that fucks a bunch of dudes or puts herself out there for a bunch of dudes is not attractive.
Can I ask
It's
a
not the same at all.
I
Like, if
agree.
I go
I
into
agree.
when you go to a nightclub, right? You go to a VIP section, it's a higher status man with a bunch of bitches. You are never gonna go into a VIP section and see chicks with a bunch of dudes. It doesn't work the other way around. Women love men that have other women, and it honestly keeps y'all in check. So it's a good thing. But when you have a bunch of dudes, it's unattractive. I don't know why women don't understand. You guys only like the double standards that benefit you. Getting into nightclubs for free, getting attention, getting validation, getting, worship just
Pampered.
because you have a vagina. For men, life is much harder. So since life is much harder for us to be attracted to the opposite gender, we get to enjoy the fruits of our labor differently than you guys do. Y'all don't have to work for shit. Just go in, be hot and young, good enough. For us, we have to acquire some status, acquire some confidence, dress well,
That's
smell
true.
good, etc. You can have everything together. She's still gonna reject you. This girl over here,
Yep,
right? So it's
yep.
like, yo, as a man, we get certain privileges that y'all don't because you don't earn your value. So I don't know why women don't get this. Like,
But I was saying in a relationship though, because like, what if I'm at home and I'm not doing any of those things, and then you're out in the club and you're doing that?
okay, and
What do you mean?
What?
if I busted my ass and I got to a certain point and I'm an attractive man, right?
Why are
I
you
should
in a
be able to fuck as many
relationship?
bitches as I want.
Okay,
Not
but then
if
why
you're
should
in a
we relationship
relationship.
together?
Yeah, I think the big caveat here is these are boundaries that are like set, right? Like obviously, if you're a dude and you're like, I'm gonna be monogamous with you, I'm never gonna cheat on you, and you do that, I don't think that's good. But I think it's okay. It's gonna be more.
Established.
It's gonna be more accepted
Yeah.
for a guy who's in this position to be able to set these boundaries
Yep.
and still execute. Like there's gonna be more. There's not gonna be any dudes who are gonna be like, okay, you can fuck as many girls as you want. That's not gonna happen.
Never, yeah.
But in reality, women with a guy who's built his life up, it can happen in practice, right? It can happen.
Yeah.
But
A girl will accept a man that has multiple women, but a man almost never will accept a woman that has multiple dudes. Unless, and if he does accept it, those are the guys you don't want anyway.
But can you agree? Let's say we go to the club, right? I go to the club. It's gonna be different from when you go to a club. You may get to go on a table, get free bottles, get free liquor. If I go, I gotta pay for a table.
Man, hold on. Let's switch it up. Hold on, no. Because women are retarded with this shit. Us going to the club are not the same. Let's say I go to the club and I got a bunch of bad bitches that are gonna come up to me that are hotter than you, younger than you, thinner than you, better body than you, more money than you, and they're offering to fly me out. They're offering to give me a bottle. They're offering me a job. They're offering me certain opportunities that you'll never fucking be able to do, right? And they're gonna pay me $10K. Would you let me go to the club?
Yeah.
You gonna split it? You gonna bring the money back? You gonna bring the money back?
Yeah, you're trying to be funny. No, it's all my money because my money is my money. Remember?
No.
I'm the girl. Exactly. Y'all would never allow that shit, but for some odd reason, you guys want us to accept you going to a nightclub where there's gonna be a bunch of thirsty dudes giving you a bunch of things, offering you a bunch of shit, guys that might have more money than me, more status than me, etc. Why the fuck am I gonna go ahead and put my Rolex in the hood? That's essentially what it comes down to. You're letting your girl, right, which is a prized possession, it should be if you worked hard together, letting her go to a bunch of criminals or hoodlums, leaving it out there, and it could get stolen.
Are
But
we talking
if we
about-
flipped it around, right, I find it crazy to me how if I was gonna go to the club and have the same opportunities y'all had, with all the hot girls coming up to me, giving me all these opportunities, y'all would never let that shit fly. Y'all be like, fuck no, stay your ass at home. Drink some wine with your friends.
Does that mean that you would do it though?
What do you mean?
Like what is a let? Like, are we talking about somebody being uncomfortable with something, or are we talking about her literally standing in front of the door, blocking the door with her body, not letting and hiding your keys and not letting you go anywhere?
No, I'm just giving you an analogy where if the roles were flipped and I had all the opportunities in the nightclub that a woman enjoys, as a man, y'all would have a serious issue with me going. But women know subconsciously when men go to the club, they have to pay their way in. It's annoying to deal with girls there. It's not as easy to pick up a chick. I gotta pay to get a section versus girls get in there for free. If I had the same opportunities as a man in the nightclub that a woman did, you guys would be a lot more cautious about me going to the club.
Yeah, but a man, if I roll up to the club, I'm not gonna accidentally get laid. It's not an accident, right? There's like a series of actions that have to take place. As a woman, you have guys approaching you all night. If you just are a little bit friendly, all of a sudden now maybe you're sitting next to him in a more exclusive venue, and then he's asking you to go back to his place. Like one thing leads to the next. For a guy, that all has to be like calculated maneuvers that happen.
But if it's easier for women to cheat, can't that happen anywhere?
Yeah, but at a nightclub, it's a lot more likely to happen than the grocery
It's a lot
store.
easier if you're at a club when people are very close together. You're drinking. When you're drinking,
You walk
you're
in a
not
grocery
thinking.
store,
You're doing
yeah.
drugs.
You're getting
It's
your purse.
simple. You got milk, you got a table, two different scenarios.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, is it true that, because I get where she's going here. Well, I could get hit on anywhere. If I'm wearing sweatpants, guys are going to come up to me anyway. That's true. But it's for the same reason that people want to go and move to a certain place. For example, you said you teach an hour from here, right?
Yeah.
So people obviously live in that school district, in that area, because it's probably a better school system than here in Miami, right? We have some of the worst school districts here in South Florida.
Hell yeah.
So they go to another location. Now, is the rate of crime and the school, shitty teachers, etc., is it still possible that you're going to get a shitty teacher where you teach?
Yeah,
of course.
right.
But the likelihood goes down because you're paying more tax dollars, you're getting better teachers. So the probability goes up that your kid's going to get a higher quality education. Same exact thing. The probability goes down when my girl doesn't go to the club, but it goes up when she goes to the club and puts herself in a certain
My girl walks
situation.
into Target. She's not gonna accidentally get like picked. Maybe she gets approached by one dude or two dudes. If she goes to the club and she's dressing super sexy, she's gonna get approached by 50 dudes minimum that night.
It's called pretty pussy.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
first
I'm
of all,
at
if you're
home.
dating. Sorry.
Oh, I'm so no. I'm
So women live life on easy mode. Real quick, we're gonna kill Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Rumble and YouTube. Come on over to YouTube, guys. YouTube.
And Rumble.
Fresh